Hello everyone, I am Melanie Youngsma, publisher of the Lansing Journal. The Lansing Journal is Lansing's only newspaper, and it is our mission to keep our diverse community informed and connected. In service of that mission, I attended last night's regular Thornton Township board meeting, and what follows is the video of that meeting. Pretty straightforward stuff. But before you watch that, I'm wondering if I could share a couple of observations and some questions for you, our viewers. You might remember that at last week's special meeting, new security measures were introduced. That meeting was held in the small upstairs boardroom, and the only people allowed to attend in person were board members and members of the media. The public was allowed to attend, but in the larger, lower level meeting room, where the proceedings would be live streamed to the TV monitors in that room. Both managing editor Carol Shawarko and I attended last week's meeting, and when I arrived, I was not asked for ID. I was directed right up to the upstairs boardroom. The security guard opened the door for me. No questions were asked. No ID was required. I don't know if that's because the security guard and other personnel at the front desk recognized me personally, because I've been attending meetings for 3 years now. Or maybe it's because I had my Lansing Journal jacket on. Maybe they recognized the logo. I don't know. I was not asked for credentials at last week's meeting. Now, I was told the same security measures would be in place for last night's meeting. I arrived at the front door of Thornton Township headquarters around 20 minutes to 6, and the door was locked. I could see through the glass a security guard at the front desk, so I knocked and motioned that I would like to come in. This was a different security guard than who is normally there. He came to the door and opened it wide enough to talk to me, and he said, "We're not opening the doors until 6 p.m. I said, "The meeting starts at 6. Can't I come in and set up?" He said, "I'm just telling you what they told me." Then he went away and apparently talked to somebody. He came back and he did let me in. And he told me I could stand there in the foyer and wait. So I did. Then he left again and apparently went and talked to somebody else and came back again and motioned that I could go down to the downstairs meeting area. I said I thought the meeting was being held upstairs tonight. He said only media are allowed upstairs. I said, "I am media. I'm the Lansing Journal." He said only mainstream media are being allowed upstairs. I said, "I am mainstream media. I'm the Lansing Journal. I'm the local newspaper." He said, "I'm just telling you what they told me." Then he went away again and came back again and said, "They just want the mainstream media, like Channel 2 and 5 and 7 and 9. I said again, "I am mainstream media," and I showed him my press pass. He said, "I'm just telling you what they told me." And then he went away again to talk to someone else, and I went upstairs and started setting up. A few minutes later, Keith Price poked his head in the door to the boardroom and said, "Hey, Lansing Journal, you got a press pass, right?" I said, "Yes, I do," and I kept setting up. Keith was on the phone with someone, and he said, "Yeah, she's got a press pass," and then he went away. As I was setting up, other Chicago media came in, 2, 5, 7, and 9, and they started setting up their cameras. I think it was 4 cameramen and 1 reporter. Alicia Nicole also came in and took a seat in the front row with her cameras. Alicia is a local person who has been live streaming Thornton Township meetings. She was approached by security while she was sitting there, and I think by Keith Price, and she was told that she couldn't be there. She either ignored them or refused, and she ended up staying right where she was. Vivian Allen also came into the boardroom and started setting up. Vivian is another local person who has been live streaming meetings. I believe both Vivian and Alicia were approached several times by Keith Price, by security, yet both of them did end up staying where they were for the whole meeting. So in that room for that meeting, We had several different types of media present. We had Chicago broadcast media, we had local YouTubers, we had the local branch of the Chicago Tribune, we had a cameraman from the Harvey World Herald, and we had the Lansing Journal, a local newspaper with a YouTube channel. All of these outlets were treated with different levels of respect, different assumptions, and it just got me thinking about what kinds of expectations people have of different types of media. I've been thinking about this for a while, since I've been documenting these meetings for a while. Over the past 3 years, I've watched different types of YouTubers come and go. I've watched faraway YouTubers who use local people to provide a live stream of the meetings that they can add commentary and analysis to. I've watched the Chicago media presence send different reporters and different camera people, different teams of people on different nights. So I want to ask the opinion of our community, our YouTube community, and also our local community. What are your expectations of media these days in this kind of situation? What are your expectations of TV broadcast media? What are your expectations of YouTubers? What are your expectations of a local newspaper? What standards do you have for the media you consume? If you had to make a decision about who to give access to, who would you choose and why? I'd like to hear your reasoning, your thought process. I think these are interesting times for media. The Lansing Journal is a community newspaper, so we want our community to weigh in on the coverage decisions we make. We want to hear your voices on this. Whether you are geographically local or not, please share some thoughts in the comments, what you think about media and how the media landscape is changing. And if you are especially interested in local news from the Lansing Journal, we provide much more coverage than what ends up on our YouTube channel. We write and publish local articles every single day. So you can sign up for our daily news email if you want more comprehensive coverage, as well as the videos we produce. I'll put that link in the description below. It's a free subscription, and it's easy to subscribe. So yes, please join the conversation. Please let us hear from you. Please like and subscribe to keep this conversation going. We appreciate your viewership and your readership. Thank you for letting me ask these questions. I look forward to your comments. But for now, let's get into the video of the meeting where the township business was actually discussed. It was a short meeting, very straightforward, and that's what follows. So thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to call the meeting to order.
Can you mute it, Robert?
Yes. Yeah, it's muted.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you got it? Okay, I forgot you were back.
Yeah, I got you. No problem.
Yeah, we'll call the meeting to order. Deputy Clerk, call roll, please.
It is 6:23. Trustee Gonzalez.
Present.
Trustee Carlisle.
Present.
And Trustee Wiedemann.
Present.
And is everyone present currently at 6:23?
All right. Pledge of allegiance.
which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to make a motion for Trustee Gonzalez to be Supervisor Pro Tem for this meeting. I'll second.
Okay, roll call for Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Gonzalez.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
And Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes, board meeting from January 28th, 2025 at 6 p.m.?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from January 28th.
Second.
Okay, roll call for Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Supervisor Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approval of bills. First item is general fund. Is there a motion?
I would like to make a motion to pay the general fund excluding just a few items. That would be item 1 through 5, which are all for Clickson. We are just looking to see what was sent out to the residents on behalf of Thornton Township. And that was it. I'm sorry, you know what, I'm sorry about that, excuse me. Scratch that, please, I have to read something else into record. So I'm sorry, it's item 32, which is for Great Line Communications. Item 115 for JM Sales, 116 through 120 for Jimbo's Catering. We have 122 for OKK Trading, 123 through 125 for Southwind RCM Communications, and that was it.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call for Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right, next we have general assistance fund. Is there a motion?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to pay the general assistant funds bills minus 1 through 5, which are clicks in, and that's my motion.
I'll second.
Roll call for Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, under approval of bills, we have the road and bridge fund. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Carlisle motion and Wiedemann second. Roll call for Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Pro Tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next item, we have old business. Let's see, first one, we have to adopt 2024-25 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-009 for Thornton Township General Assistance Fund.
I would like to make a motion to table.
Second.
Roll call for trustee Wiedemann,
Yes.
trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
and pro tem Gonzalez.
Yes. All
Motion
right.
passed.
Next item, we have adopt 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-010 for Thornton Township General Fund.
I would like to make a motion to table the general fund budget.
Second.
Okay. Roll call for trustee Wiedemann,
Yes.
trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
and pro tem
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda, we have approval of supervisors 100% tax, property tax refund for all homeowners of Thornton Township.
I would like to make a motion. Okay. We have further discussion?
Oh, yes, any discussion?
Yeah, because I would like to take a vote on it. I don't really have any discussion, but I do want to vote.
So there's a motion. We have a second.
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 What was the motion? Was the motion to approve it?
Go ahead.
She was asking what was the motion, was it to approve or deny this?
Deny.
Deny. Okay, roll call for trustee Wiedemann. Roll call for trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Pro tem
Yes.
Gonzalez. Pro tem
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Motion passed. Motion passed.
Right. Item 4, under old business, approval of bonuses for all Thornton Township employees.
I would like to make a motion to table.
Second. Second.
Roll call for trustee Wiedemann.
Yes.
Trustee Carlisle.
Yes.
Pro tem Gonzalez.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Right. Next on the agenda, resolutions, proclamations, and ordinances. I don't think we have them, correct? Okay. All right, then, next on the agenda is new business. Item 1, it's approval of special services, upcoming events. Let's see. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
All right, second, for discussion
Is
purposes
there,
only,
is there
yeah.
any discussion?
Yeah, I just, I think that I would feel personally more comfortable if there was just some more discussion around the events and then, you know, the budgeting and, you know, I'm still trying to get a grasp on just what's happening financially. You know, I was communicating with the finance director. He's been very helpful, so, for me, it's not that I don't want, these events to be planned, I just think that I'm just not comfortable voting for them right now.
Like I said, I'm pretty much along the same lines. I mean, especially, you know, we've kind of seen some of this before. I mean, one's for Thursday. I mean, to me, it's kind of hard to get something together in a couple days. But also, but overall, yeah, I definitely think we just need some more information on two ends. Both on one side, just kind of knowing a little more with the budget, and then also just, you know, with the expenditures as well. Just making sure everything's in line and things of that nature. So the original motion was to not to approve, correct?
It was to approve.
To, I'm sorry. Oh, to approve, okay.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any more discussion? Okay.
Roll call for trustee Wiedemann.
No.
Trustee Carlisle.
No.
Pro tem Gonzalez.
No.
Motion failed.
All right, item 2 under new business is Valentine's luncheon for seniors and employees. in the amount of $5,000.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, so I kind of just, so people are aware, I feel the same way about this one. I think that we're still working on a budget, and to continue to plan events and spend money from a budget that isn't approved just feels like we should just pause for a minute and get through one thing at a time. So, you know, it's not that I don't think the employees and the seniors don't deserve it, because they do. I just think that right now, we have to prioritize what's important.
Any other discussion? Okay.
Roll call for trustee Wheeler.
No.
Trustee Carlisle.
No.
Carlisle. And Pro Tem Gonzalez.
No. No.
Motion.
Right, next on the agenda, we have closed session. Do we have any items that we would be doing closed session for? Right. We don't have any action, no supervisors' reports, public comments. Public comment. Did anybody sign up? Okay.
Yeah, are they coming up for seven or are they staying?
No, that's just Catherine.
Be quick. I'll go get the sheet.
Where are they gonna sit?
Mike Hill will meet you with the sheet.
You don't want to check?
Yeah, don't call my name.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the first person that signed up is Jennifer Robertz. Jennifer Robertz, if you want. Jennifer Robertz Network. If you can come up so we can hear your comments, Jennifer Robertz, please.
Maybe just probably just right here.
I would come around, it's probably easier to come
In between the chairs over there.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Being that this is a Black History Month, as a Black woman and a mother of 3 grown children and a granddaughter, my heart was broken when I saw a young Black woman who carries the title of Super Mayor take her shoes off, push aside a table, run past an elderly man laying on the floor to go join her boyfriend Kamal Woods in a fight that he started along with DeMarcus Grigley, who was kicking another Black man in the head, jumping on tables, and breaking the monitor, not to mention the microphone Tiffany used as a weapon. This is not hearsay, for we were here to witness this melee in real time. While I understand that words may hurt, violence is never the answer. Instead of learning from her mistakes and being the example that young Black and brown people really need, she would rather show them that if you want something so badly, just to do what she do, which is fight, steal, and lie. And just maybe you won't get caught. This is not the example anyone needs in their life. Recently, Tiffany did an interview claiming that someone brought a knife and a gun. And if that's the case, it had to have been someone in her camp, since everyone that comes through the front door has to go through security. As a resident, I now feel more unsafe knowing that our supervisor is willing to allow such things like this to happen and not having adequate security, since the security guard downstairs fell and couldn't get up. With that being said, I am truly looking forward to the day where we don't have to be afraid to come to the people's house. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next person is
Am I allowed to make comments about new business?
Paul Robertz.
Okay, when I look at
Oh, hold on, sorry.
the agenda,
It's Paul Robertz.
Wait until the
Mr.
people that
Roberts is
sign
next,
in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
Wait till the
let's-
people that signed in are done, and then you can go.
Oh, she signed in. She can go before me. Oh, okay, that's okay.
Hi, my name is Janelle Taylor, I live in South Holland, and I'm concerned about the new business and the approval of special services. I do believe in making sure that your community enjoys itself and having activities for them. But I think this is a little overreach here with the amount of money that's going to be spent when we really don't have a clear understanding of where we stand financially. And before we spend this money, we need to know that. I don't know how much these events cost, but I do know that there are a lot of seniors. Some of them live in senior facilities, and most senior facilities have a client advisor who schedules events for them within that facility. So they're not missing a whole lot. So I don't think they need all of these. I might attend some, I may not attend some. I am a senior, but I think we have to know where we stand, what money we have and what money we don't have, and what bills we're going to be forced to pay that our supervisor has already opted to spend without approval before we agree to all of these. Thank you.
Oh, right, yes, Mr. Roberts.
Behind you.
You can just pass it to Mr. Roberts, okay? All right, thank you. Good evening. I'll be a little more positive. I want to say that the trustees have made considerable progress from a year ago. A year ago at this meeting was the first time that I had ever met trustees Wiedemann and Gonzalez. The supervisor would not let trustee Gonzalez into the meeting while the other trustees and she discussed what was about to happen. He was allowed in the store right before they called the meeting to order. Trustee Wiedemann and I and the public and all of the press were downstairs. We were promised that we could make public comment. And then Keith Price came downstairs to say that the meeting was adjourned after 4 minutes. The next meeting, the supervisor was not present. Trustee Gonzalez noticed that there were a bunch of $10,000 invoices in the general fund to Cornerstone Government Affairs. He asked, "What are these for?" The supervisor pro tem said, "Oh, I don't know, but Robert Hunt knows. He isn't in the meeting, but you can ask him." And of course that passed. I'm here to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I think that the purpose of the township is to provide services to the residents which are not provided by the villages or the county or the state. This is basically a welfare agency. Why do you need a politician as a leader? Why do you need to spend $10,000 a month for political consulting? I look forward
to the new administration and hope that it's led by public servants. And I'm very encouraged to see the public servants that the trustees who are here tonight have been performing. That's it. Thank you.
You can put it. Thank you. All right, next on the agenda is adjournment. Is there to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, roll call for trustee Wiedemann,
Yes.
trustee Carlisle,
Yes.
and pro tem Gonzalez.
Yes. Please adjourn.
Meeting adjourned at 6:43 p.m. It's over.
Nice and low for the most part.
Right. Like a business hazard. Nothing to show you, Mike.
I'm excited to know what to expect. Good. That was quick.
It's so great. He's the man.
Hey man, I just don't like devils.
So y'all see that very quick. They got the business taken care Two things to get out of
That's a do I set up.
Sorry, y'all. Give me a second.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
No, I thought to make sure my ride's still here. I got it. I'm putting all this on my wall.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chris Gonzalez, just lost. What happened to the meeting? I mean, it seems like everything was tabled in terms of the budget. When can you see it?
Still some work to do. More information on it. Hopefully we can do something pretty soon. I mean, maybe at the earliest the next meeting, but you know, there's still some fluid things that we're trying to find out, get more information. And what we said at the meeting, when we came to some of the agenda items, like we said that the past time, we want to see where we're at for the most part in some of the areas before we really go ahead and make more expenditures. So really, that's the main reason. We put it on the agenda just in case something pops up. Because it's not an agenda.
See ya.
You know, so if that way there's some points of discussion or something pops up, we're going to go ahead and do that as opposed to, it's not an agenda we got here. So that's the reason it was not an agenda. So I mean, we had no intention of, for today.
It's a $37,000 worth of special event funding that's being tabled as well.
And like I said, yep, right, goes right back to kind of some of the budget stuff. We want to see where we're at before we go ahead and do some things. Some of them have been done before, some haven't. Some haven't been done for a little while. So, you know, some of the stuff we're trying to get back in the swing with, but at the same time, like I said, we need to get a good picture of the finances in order, before we go ahead and do that. Like I said, when it comes to, you know, special services, senior services, I mean, you know, that's what, you know, we're here to help, to have some events, kind of like it was touched on, though, not only, you know, by the board, but as well by some of the residents, though. It shouldn't be all we do. There's so much more that we couldn't do. So once again, it's about helping people. The events, I mean, you know, they possibly do help people, but the bottom line is we want to help people, so we want to get that taken care of first. If we have an event, say every 3 months, every 4 months, or at least a couple of them, you know, that's good. We'll do that. But like I said, ultimately we want to kind of get back to, you know, having some help go like back direct to the people. But like I said, once again, that all goes back to the budget. Where are we at? You know, and are we able to do this? You know, we spend money on some events, and then something pops up that we weren't aware of, with, you know, and then now we're kind of stuck. So we don't want to get into that situation. Some of the situations we were in with our finances were kind of because of that. There was a lot of stuff that was just kind of thrown out there at times, and it would get approved, and then other things would pop up and say, well, now we're kind of short of money, what should we do? So we, like I said, we just kind of put things in order, and that's all we're doing. And right now, we just want to kind of create that bridge. Coming up, we got a few months to go to the election time, so we're just right now just trying to create that bridge, keep the business going, and just kind of, I don't want to say bare minimum, but just right now we do have to watch what we're doing as far as spending and things like that, and that's kind of our intention.
And do you have any comment on Supervisor Henyard not being here? I don't think she's been seen in a public meeting since the brawl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe so, but no, I mean, no comment on everything. Yeah. Good. All right, thank you.
Chris?
Yeah, thank you. All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, they're supposed to be boring. You guys are like, why don't you calm down? No. But you're supposed to, I think exactly what happened is the way it's supposed to go.
So is there another meeting? It's in 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Special
Mhm.
meeting?
The resident gets up and asks us some questions about some of the things. That's what it's all about. But, ultimately.
Are you anticipating a special meeting?
As of right now, I don't believe so. No, I think, like I said, we're kind of getting to a place now. I think we're going to need to have it.
Okay.
Smooth, yeah.
We'll be in touch.
Oh, sure.
Next thing.
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe put it up there next house, like all that possible next.
Yeah. I just kind of hope. Yeah, I just kind of hope right
By
now.
the way, if you appreciate local news like this, especially if you are local to Lansing, Illinois, you should subscribe to our local news email. It's free, and it helps us, and it helps you too. Subscribing is the most consistent and convenient way to get all the local news we publish. It doesn't depend on algorithms or SEO or other high-tech voodoo. It just shows up in your inbox for free every morning. Click on the link in the description below or on the QR code on the screen somewhere and sign up today. Thank you.